man. It smells like a man, but it sounds like a woman. So, bitches with dicks.
I see. I see. Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna take a break to go ride my bicycle, and then I'll come back to this work here. Um,
Yeah,
so
I don't know how to cut this off. I guess we
yeah,
just
that's the thing. There might be a stream here of MOT napping for a few hours.
yeah, yeah. But
But
uh I hope I was helpful.
oh no, no, yeah, I think that this was a good conversation. Definitely gave me some insight into how you know your approach and so on and so forth. Um, when it comes to this.
Well, I try to kiss everything.
Hmm.
So you know what that means, right?
Is that you got to kiss a bunch of frogs before you find the prince or what? I don't know. What does that mean?
No, it's an acronym.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought okay.
Yep.
So well, it makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I think we started this whole thing out talking about like that whole religion thing, and
Highly,
or
highly overrated.
uh
Highly, highly
yeah.
overrated. Highly overrated. Like I said, it's not supposed to be about religion. It's supposed to be about faith, and that's all it's supposed to come down to. You know, whether or not you have rosary, whether or not you walk 3 steps to the left before going into the church, dog, all that dogma. That's not what it's supposed to be about. The book is supposed to be about taking practical knowledge and wisdom and applying it properly. In your life and in your relationships and your associations. I mean that's really all it's ever been about. It's just when men make it more complicated. They always have.
Yes. 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 Uh,
You know what I mean? I
so
mean, I don't need a priest to tell me not to hurt you. I don't need a priest to tell me not to steal. I mean, these are just things we know as people. Even if there were no laws around, you just something inside of us that if we did something to physically hurt somebody, we would feel that.
Mhm.
We'd automatically know that maybe this wasn't the right thing to do. Our own consciousness has checks and balances for that. You know, it's you know, I don't need somebody to tell me that slapping my 5-year-old child is not a good thing. Because if I did it, just looking at her reaction would make me feel bad. This is the nature of things. You don't need a church for that.
Mhm. 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 Yeah, and that's why I was telling MOT in the beginning of this, and maybe close out with this, reiterating the first point, which is it's only well this space, and we've been talking about it, just allows people to talk. Okay,
Yeah,
people who don't really have anything to say, um, debating topics for which they have no credentials, no study, and nothing of interest to say, and in real time demonstrating an inability to think.
and
So,
I'll go you one better. There's a lot of brothers in here that I like a lot. I really do. Both in this space and outside of this space. But I also know by watching them over the last year and a half, I can't work with them
mhm,
because it's all talk, no action.
100%.
And
And
that's
then
all.
when it
And I'm not. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking them for it. Like I said, as a person, I like them, but I know I can't do business with
got it, got it. Yeah, and then when it comes to the because I myself, you said you studied philosophy and stuff like that. I believe you mentioned that.
them. I have a
So
PhD.
okay, well there you go. So couldn't have done that without interest. So you understand the interest in certain kinds of conversations. Um, and I think philosophy is supposed to be useless, right? It's not the practical, pragmatic stuff. However, it requires. But people tend to think that anyone is qualified to step in and just start having conversations about, again, metaphysics, epistemology, ethics, and aesthetics, and so on and so forth. Like, like no, like no, 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 no. Okay, and the right kind of elitism, the right kind of, shall we say, uh, hierarchy, which should be natural amongst men, is sadly missing in many spaces. And you just have these Bravo Alpha Novembers, as Mr. MOT calls them, just
Yes.
talking around in circles. You interject solution based type conversation, and you just watch the room go silent, and then they slowly creep back into talking about Kwame Brown or whatever other village
Mm.
idiot they happen to be talking about at the moment. No beef to Kwame Brown or whatever, but it's just whatever. It's like, but anyways, it was a pleasure. I don't, yeah, it's the first time ever conversing with you, and uh,
Like I
thanks for
said,
being interviewed.
like I said, we've done comments back and forth in Eisen's chat on occasion, and
Yeah.
like I said, I've watched a lot of your work. It's because, matter of fact, Eisen is the one who's let me know about you
Well, yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Yeah.
months ago. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, this is the first time we've actually got to talk. And like I said, it was cool because it was like I said, this was the same way Complex and I talk.
Ah, I see.
I don't know what happened, but I think the first time we ever met was on Game Changers channel, and that's the first time we talked to each other that way, and we've stuck with it ever since. So